Hey guys, it's Nicola. I waited to the beginning of this year to release these videos because I wanted to ensure that I finished my tarot manual. As you guys know, or some of you don't, I have been working on my own tarot cards as well as my own oracle cards. In this video, we're going to be covering the first 22 cards of the tarot, which is the major arcana. We will be covering from the Fool card to the World card. Now, to give a little back history or how I feel about the major arcana, I feel as though the major arcana represents our life events, our major life events that every human being in existence goes through. Like I said, I was waiting until I did my tarot wisdom manual to tarot before I release these videos. I have completed. I am ready. So let's get started. The first card that we're going to concentrate on is the Fool card. The Fool card to me is the energy of a child that is in utero, meaning this is an unborn child that has no requirements for any action or any knowledge because the child is protected by the mother's womb. Just as a human being in life, when we start new journeys, we start them out being protected by God's protection. There is no initiation that is necessary. There's just the opportunity to actually take a leap of faith toward what we desire. The Fool card is the very, very, very beginning. It is uncharted territory and chaotic beauty. The energy of the Fool card is the ultimate leap of faith. So the next card that we're going to look at is the Magician. As a human entity born into this world, you are given everything you need by God in order to survive. You're given eyes to see, you're given a nose to smell, you're given a mouth to speak. You also are given limbs and all the things that are working within you in order to keep you moving and keep you going. The energy of the Magician is action. The Magician is the masculine polarity of every human being on earth. The Magician is the act of using the resources that God has given each and every one of us in order to obtain the things that we need or desire in this life. This in itself is magic. The next card we're going to look at is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the conscious connection to the cosmic collective. This is something that is instilled into every single human being on the planet, whether you are aware of it or not. The High Priestess is the feminine polarity of mankind, which is knowledge and is necessary in order to bring alchemy into your life. The feminine energy of mankind is directly linked to your intuition. With this energy, we all have the capability to tap into higher realms. The awareness of internal knowledge, or the knowledge that we have within ourselves, as well as action, is what is necessary to bring things into existence. The Empress is the feminine entity here on earth. The Empress is also a divine energy or a divine presence that has mastered all of the energies, all of the minor energies that are within her. The Empress has the ability to give birth to anything she desires by using the masculine energy of action, which is the Magician, and the feminine energy of intuition, which is the High Priestess. The Empress is the physical reincarnation of Mother Earth. The energy of the Empress is abundance, growth, nurturing, love, and fertility. The Emperor is an equally divine presence who has mastered all of the minor energies within himself. The Emperor's purpose in this existence is that of order, protection, and stability. Creativity without order creates chaos, so the Emperor is a necessary balance to the Empress. The Emperor also has the capability to utilize the feminine energy of knowledge, which is the High Priestess, and the masculine energy of action, which is the Magician, in order to create structure that is necessary in this life. The next card we're going to talk about is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is represented by your beliefs, your structure, or traditions. Now, the Emperor and the Empress, which is the masculine and the feminine entities here on earth, are necessary in order to create tradition or in order to create beliefs. The Hierophant as a person is a liaison between the heavens and earth. The Hierophant is the foundation of faith and wisdom, whether a person or a foundation, and uses this wisdom or knowledge to share with the masses. The Hierophant is usually depicted as a pope or a high priest or priestesses and is said to hold the keys of knowledge. The energy of the Hierophant is faith in times of change or the possible need to change your faith or traditions in order for things to change in your life. The Hierophant can also represent a business, organization, or a relationship. The next card we're going to look at is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is about our choices in this life to create balance and harmony within the connections around us or either within ourselves. The Lover's card is also a representation of the soul connections we have in this life, whether they be romantic or platonic. In general, this card will represent harmony within a connection or harmony within a choice. In love, this card will represent the perfect love. The next card we're going to look at is the Chariot card. The Chariot card represents a warrior preparing for battle. The Chariot card represents spiritual evolution, the strength of one's own will, and success. The energy of the Chariot is one of determination, self-discipline, and willpower. Yeah, that's right. The next card we're going to look at is the Strength card. The greatest strength we have as human beings is the strength that is within ourselves. The depiction of the Strength card is a woman or an angel gently taming a beast. This is a physical representation of the spiritual entity or the spiritual aspects of ourselves overcoming our physical selves or our physical desires. The energy of the Strength card is that of self-confidence, inner strength, and courage. The next card we're going to look at is the Hermit card. There isn't a book in the world that can give you clearer answers than the answers that come from within. The energy of the Hermit card is that of self-discovery, inner guidance, and soul searching. The Hermit card is one of voluntary isolation, the desire to go within yourself in order to contemplate your life challenges or decisions. The Hermit card is the guide within us that sheds light within our own dark. The next card we're going to look at is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of destiny. Now, the wheels of destiny are in an everlasting cycle, but as things were before, they must change to become anew. The existence that we have on this earth is one of change, so the wheel is necessary. Fate is necessary in order to keep things in motion. The Wheel of Fortune is the fated changes that every entity on earth must face. The energy of the Wheel of Fortune is one of luck, growth, expansion, and destiny. Y'all, I had to put my hoodie on. It is cold and I don't want to shiver in this video. But anyway, the next card that we're going to look at is the Justice card. After every change in life, there needs to be some readjustments. The Justice card represents those readjustments. Justice is about weighing the pros and cons by using mental and emotional considerations. Justice gives you the ability to make balances by using truth and clarity. The energy of the Justice card is fairness, honesty, balance, and truth. The Justice card can also represent karma. The next card that we're going to look at is the Hanged Man. This card is all about perspective, baby. The reason why the Hanged Man is in suspension is because there's some things that he needs to see from a different angle. When you pull this card, it's usually an indication that you may need to see things from a different perspective or that you have already begun to see things from a different perspective. The Hanged Man is usually a voluntary act, but it can sometimes be someone that is in suspension based off a sacrifice that they're making. The energy of the Hanged Man is suspense, surrender, sacrifice, and enlightenment. The next card we're going to look at is the Death card. The Death card represents a time of change, transformation, and rebirth. This card rarely represents a physical death. It usually represents the end of a cycle. The energy of the Death card is letting go, transformations, and rebirth. For every ending in life represents a new beginning. The next card we're going to look at is Temperance. Most things in life are safe within moderation. The Temperance card represents this moderation. This card represents our innate ability to stay grounded when our mind and our heart are in balance. Staying balanced internally helps us to create balance externally within our life. The energy of the Temperance card is moderation, balance, and alchemy. The Temperance card can also represent needing to take your time, and also can represent being watched by angels. The next card that we're going to look at is the Devil card. Just when you think things are coming into balance, the ego always makes an appearance. The Devil card represents the ego or the physical desires here on earth. The Devil card can sometimes represent our 3D desires, meaning sexuality, power, fame, and glory. It can also represent pride. The Devil card can sometimes represent our negative or fear-based thoughts and can represent us feeling restricted by those things. The Devil card can also represent codependencies, drug addictions, or just negative or fear-based behavior. Although the Devil card has a bad rep, it is not a bad card in the tarot. There are no bad cards in the tarot. The Devil card is just an indication that we should become more aware of the things that keep us bound to the physical and allow ourselves to overcome them. The things that keep us bound to the physical, which are these 3D desires, inhibit us from really experiencing true spiritual freedom. The energy of the Devil card is fear, enslavement, toxic relationships, lust, and greed. The next card we're going to look at is the Tower card. The Tower card can represent a significant life event that leads to necessary change. You know, life has a funny way of throwing curveballs at us at the most unexpected times. This is the Tower. These tower or these life events are necessary in order to put things in motion and really break down unstable environments. Although you may see these events as a catastrophe, these events help make you stronger than you ever thought you could be. The energy of the Tower is sudden change, destruction, and realizations. The next card we're going to look at is the Star card. After facing our own demons and surviving unstable situations, sometimes our faith can seem tested. The Star card is all about faith, determination, and seeing the bigger picture. The Star card is the representation of hope and is the inspiration to keep you pushing toward your dreams. The energy of the Star card is faith, hope, spirituality, inspiration, and good health. The next card that we're going to look at is the Moon card. Our deepest fears and secrets are hidden within the darkest parts of our being. The Moon card represents that which is unseen, the dark aspects of ourselves. The Moon card can sometimes represent us going through a shadow period of our life or facing our shadow self. The Moon card can also depict illusions because in the dark, things are never what they seem. Just remember that even though the Moon card can represent fear and illusion, the Moon shines the brightest light through the dark. Follow your own light. The energy of the Moon card is fear, procrastination, and confusion. The next card we're going to look at is the Sun card. The Sun card represents ultimate clarity. I like to think of the sun as God's light. Nothing can hide from the sun's light, and the only thing that can eclipse it is the moon, which is your fears. When I receive the Sun card, this is like my go from the universe, giving me the green light to follow in my own path. The energy of the Sun card is vitality, enlightenment, clarity, and success. The next card that we're going to look at is Judgment. With the Judgment card, revelations come and decisions are made. The Judgment card depicts waking from the dead and transitioning back to life. The Judgment card is the awakening of your higher self. This awareness leads to a dynamic new beginning. The energy of the Judgment card is awakening, decisions, reevaluating, and renewal. The Judgment can also represent a reconciliation or the second coming of an event. The next and final card that we're going to look at in this video is the World card. Although the World card can represent an end, it is most definitely a successful ending. The World card represents a successful completion of a cycle. The successful mastery of events and energies within life lead to rewards and change. The energy of the World card is fulfillment of wishes, achievements, and success. And just like the World card, we have successfully completed this video. Yay! Stay tuned, guys, and make sure that you are following me on my new platform. If you guys are interested in donating to my project, you can donate through Kickstarter or through PayPal. All links will be in the description. Until next time, this is Intimate Wisdom with neecola. Peace, guys.